Hello, welcome in to another stream. Oh, forgot to put my glasses on before I start. There we go. Welcome Angie, welcome Hannah and Laura. Happy Friday to you too. Welcome Dawn, welcome Leisha. Sorry to hear that you're not feeling very well at the moment, Leisha. Hope you're resting up and feeling better soon. Welcome to Rob, welcome in. Who else have we got? Welcome Paulina and Kimberlyn and Vera. Might be lurking a lot because I really want to finish my page in Symphony of Cute Animals this evening. Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing your page, Vera. I haven't started mine, but I've got a plan for it, I think. I just need to actually start. But yeah, I will maybe do that this weekend. Welcome Holly. Anybody else here? Welcome Dana. Hope everybody is doing well. Yeah, I am here just to take a little second to set up. It's getting this camera in the right position. There's lots of fiddling around, but I am prepared today. I do have, although I've put them away, I do have my pencils picked out, ready to go, as I am hoping to get close to finishing these. We'll probably start with this side, but where's my little swatch paper gone that I had earlier? Oh dear. Oh yes, here it is. So I just, on the same swatch paper that I put the Neocolor 2s, I swatched out some pencils that I thought would be good. Although I'm thinking of getting rid of this kind of browny one for the Leopard. Hiya Angela, welcome. Good evening to you too. And welcome Jasmine. Right, let me get my reference pictures up. Yeah, these have both been based with Neocolor 2s. If you weren't here last week and you're wondering what I used on the page, they were Neocolor 2s, activated with water, and they're all listed in the description. Right, let's get up my pickies. It's going to be on downloads. There we go. Got a good one of the Leopard there. One thing I didn't do was sharpen these though, so should have done that. I didn't write down my combos, so I will do that with you at the start. Let's grab this. What am I doing? Yeah, I think this raw amber is just a bit too brown. I thought it might be good for toning it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. So we got terracotta, raw umber, light yellow ochre and dark naples ochre. Ooh, just dropped one. Having this next to me just reminds me of what pencils I've got for each. No, not dark, that one's light. And then for the red Panda, what was this pencil I dropped? Got burnt sienna, India red, and Venetian red. Ooh. Messy handwriting. There we go. You can't see that, but it's up next to me so I can reference it as I go. What's everyone colouring? Yes. Always love to know. Yeah, we know that Vera's working on Symphony of Cute Animals, and Kimberlyn's working on her never-ending Hidden Seasons double page spread. Which double page spread are you doing? Because that book does have some, well, Rita Berman has some amazing double page spreads. Sorry for the sharpening noises. I'll get it all done now. There we go, that'll do. Right. Hiya Dana, welcome in at Daydreams in Colour. Hope you're all doing great and looking forward to your weekend. Thanks Dana. I am working as usual on Saturday, but I've got someone who's shadowing me. Haven't met the person before. He's done one shift. We've had so many new people start at work recently. So I'm starting with terracotta here. Because on my reference images there's it's got quite a bit of warmth, like orangey tone to the kind of outer edge. Honestly, most of the shading is already there done for me with the Neocolors, just kind of smoothing it out, neating it up a bit. Ooh, I missed some what people are doing. Leisha is working on the 101 Dalmatians page in Love Stories. Oh, is that the one I'm working on as well? Oh no, I'm working on one in Family. I can give you a sneak peek. I outlined this whilst watching The Traitors last night. It's actually quite a fun one to outline. Lots of tiny little details. Yeah, I think that will look good all coloured in. Holly's working on the Dragon Spell page for January. Nice. I have zero inspiration for that, so I don't think I'll colour the Dragon Spell page this month. But I keep doing that. I'll have another look at it, see if something inspires me, but we'll see. Angie's working on your buddy colour with Ali in RJ's Winter Wonder. Should have it finished tonight, hopefully. Lovely. Kimberly's doing one of the winter ones. It has a little village on the left with a bird sitting on a house on the left and the rabbit and the sled on the right. I think I know the one you're on about. I think that's the one with the rabbit. That's the cover page of the original winter book, I believe. Sometimes I like visualising what people are colouring. This one. That's a really cool double page spread. Got a nice opportunity for a really cute background. Yeah, I kind of re-fallen in love with Rita Berman recently. I was doing my collection video, I was like, oh, I really loved some of the pages I've done. Need to colour more. She's my focus artist for the second half of the year for streams. You didn't have any inspo for it until last night, and you know what, when inspiration hits, you gotta go for it. I was chatting with Amy at Amy Ward Art, trying to colour the Sagittarius page from 50 Zodiac Miniatures for my hashtag, because I was behind. And I was like, I've got this colour palette and I just can't visualise it on the page. So do you have any suggestions on where to place the colours? So we were talking back and forth and I was like, okay, idea is in my head. I've got to put it down on paper. I was going to go to bed, but I was like, no, I've got to colour this. And it ended up being a really nice one. So looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Hi Magdalena, welcome in. Dana's working on your RJ page for the time prompt. Ooh, which book did you decide to work in the end? Yes, I got the right page, Kimberlyn. Ooh, Angie's Romantic Country Tale 3 is on its way from Japan. Lovely. Such a gorgeous book, that one. And I know people have been struggling to find it. I've been kind of working between quite a few pages recently. I'm still keeping up with my streak though of I've managed to colour at least a page every day of the year so far. Day 16 was going strong. But I've been starting a lot of pages as well, so there will be a Whips of the Week video next week, because I've actually got a few whips that I've started collecting, and I'm sure I'll start another few over the weekend. You went with a page from Winter Wonder, lovely. Ooh, is that the one of the little fox looking out the window? I know you were talking about doing that one. Any tips on how to colour snow or good tutorials to watch? Leisha, check out Shell's colouring journey. She's done like a combo sheet for different colour combos with snow. I've referred to that in the past when colouring I think it was a Spread and Romantic Country actually. I looked up her colour combos and yeah, she has some really good ones there. I'm sure if you just search on YouTube how to colour snow, a bunch will pop up. For this snow it was just 2 Neocolor 2s, a tiniest bit of light blue in the shadow, and then cobalt blue 5%, but the key with snow is don't take the colour all the way onto it, leave a bit of white, and then that makes it look nice and snow-like. Jasmine's working on a double page spread from the Beauty and Beast book, nice. Right, going in with the raw umber now. This is a nice light warm toned brown. You know what, on the page it's looking better than it did on the little swatch. Hiya Ali, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Lovely to see you. You're still doing that one, yes, but for time I'm using the little boy reading under his covers. Ooh, yeah, they're like, I can't remember the name of the page, but it's like bedtime story kind of thing. Hi Brittany, you're dealing with on and off heartburn and GI issues since you ate lunch on Saturday, December 20th, related to being autistic without an intellectual disability. Sorry to hear that you haven't been feeling very well, Brittany. Hopefully this stream can distract you from some of life's troubles, give you a bit of an escape for a little while. Sorry, I'm the typo queen. I need my glasses. You're fine. I'm pretty good at spotting typos and trying to recorrect them in my brain because it's so easy to do. You're just trying to quickly type, and you do miss things. I know on a personal level with the keyboard I have on my tablet that I watch all my videos and streams on, it's really rubbish and it kind of has a bit of a delay at times. It won't put spaces in between words. It's quite annoying, but I deal with it. I'm getting more and more used to it. Lost in the story, couldn't remember. There we go. Yeah, I can picture the page, but I couldn't remember what it was called. And by picture the page, I can't actually picture the page. I know of the page, is what I should say. The thing I absolutely love about Kirby's work is the shading is very easy to do because he puts so much line work in there that you know exactly where all the shadows are going to go. Makes you look very like you know what you're doing, when I don't. I'm just following his line work. Nice picture, thanks Dawn. I'll have to be deciding what page from my Die and Do Full book I'm going to do for this month. I decided on Dragons du Monde. It's just which dragons page. I want to do one of the wintry ones. Yeah, I've been working on a few videos. I did my journal flick through, that went up yesterday, I think? Yeah, yesterday. And I've got a couple of Quick Tips Tuesday videos that I've got in the pipeline as well. There's a lot of videos that I've got in my head for this month, and it's just trying to space them out. Because I'm like, I want to do Whips of the Week this week. Next week I've got a Quick Tips Tuesday. On Wednesday I've been doing a collection video, and on Saturday. Yeah, expect a lot of videos next week. I just have a feeling there's going to be a few. And then I also want to get my colouring year review tag video up next week, because I didn't want to do it before the end of the year, but then when it got to the start of the year I was so busy filming my collection videos, because I didn't want to colour any more pages in my books until I'd filmed the collection, just for my own thing. I just wanted it to be, okay, these are all the books I had and the pages I'd coloured by the end of 2025, so at the start of 2026. There's a couple of exceptions. Like some Christmassy pages I wanted to make sure I finished before we got too far into January. And you started on your new medication. Your cardiologist wanted me on Monday so we could do a review of it in the clinic. On Tuesday I've got a letter saying my appointment is cancelled. No! Look forward to your review video. Yeah, I'm looking forward to filming it. I've got all the questions written down and planned. So yeah, just need to film it. Might film it this weekend if I have the time to, potentially. What did you base with, Jess? I've done the umber leopard, but I'm working on the red panda with a buddy. Perfect timing. Yeah, so all Neocolor 2s, they're listed in the description of what I used exactly. Right, his ears, I'm just looking at what colour the inner ears are. Pretty much the same colour as the rest of the body. You've enjoyed the collection tour so far? Yeah, I love making those videos, and I love watching those videos. I've been watching Amy Ward Arts and I've been loving them so much. I love a big long video. I've been watching them at night or when I'm relaxing in bed. I find them a very relaxing video to watch. So I'll watch it if I'm going to fall asleep, and then so it takes me about 3 attempts to watch the video, 3 or 4 attempts, because I'll keep rewinding it to not be like, okay, I'll last remember this bit, and then I'll fall asleep again, and so I'll rewind it again. Or I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, okay, carry on watching this bit. You know what gets their view count up? Hi Nikki, you're here for the colouring, welcome in. Any Americans here in the stream? Happy 3-day weekend. Ooh, what's going on? What's the holiday? What happens in January? I have no idea. I'm sure you'll tell me in a moment. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Ah. See, that's the sort of thing. I think it's so cool that you've got like a public holiday for that. Because the UK, it's like, I feel like all our bank holidays are very clustered together. Like we have two for Christmas, 1 for New Year. Then we don't have anything until Easter time, where you get 2 for Good Friday and Easter Sunday. And then we don't have any, then we get 2 in May, so the first Monday of May and the last Monday of May, so it's like load in May. Then you don't have any till August, and then you don't have any again until December. It's very clustered, like not as just randomly spread out. Like we don't even have a bank holiday for, say, like the King's birthday. I put that in air quotes because the King kind of has 2 birthdays, like his actual birthday and then the day his birthday is celebrated. So I'm on about the day that it's celebrated, because they usually change it for someone nice in the summertime. They did the same with the Queen. It's like, why can't we have a bank holiday for that? Nice to see a page done in Kirby other than Dark Fairy Tales. Nikki, you'll be seeing a lot of this book as I am focusing on it for the first half of the year, so I'll be doing at least 6 pages. But this is technically 2, and like, yeah, if I do a double page spread, that'll be another 2 kind of thing. America's treacherous racial history, and on that day you don't want it. Very true, Dana, very true. I mean more the fact that, like, it's nice that that kind of thing is celebrated. Like, someone so pivotal in history is celebrated on a national day. That's what I meant. Not like, oh yay. No. I mean the celebration of him, and just like having a day to kind of reflect. Scotland's getting a bank holiday for the Monday after we play in the World Cup. Oh. We have a holiday for the King's birthday here. Well, I don't, but all the other countries, others in the country have, lol. Yeah, that's the trouble. Like with my job, there is no bank holiday. Like, you get extra pay on a bank holiday. You know, just being cheeky. Hi, Hues of Calm, welcome in. Lovely to see you. This year we had 2 additional dates, December 31st and January 2nd, due to the introduction of the euro. Oh. Right, what country was that in, Magdalena? Because, I'm trying to think. I have seen videos. I saw a short video the other day of someone washing a load of euros because they thought it was bringing in diseases to the country. Bulgaria, yeah, there we go. I was like, it was on the tip of my tongue. there's often like talks and jokes of there being like, oh, they'll do a bank holiday if England win the World Cup or the Euros or something. Well, it hasn't happened yet. You've got the FIFA World Cup later this year in Atlanta, and you're afraid some people who have tickets will have to stay in hotels outside of Atlanta and will need to take local transportation. Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected though, isn't it, with any sort of big event. Hi Amanda, can't talk much with babies, he keeps death gripping my phone. Let go, baby. Oh dear. I am doing well today, thank you. Yeah, just been a bit of a lazy day, I'll be honest. Didn't get up till quite late. Yeah, mainly just been colouring, like I usually do. Did some washing. To do some washing, boring things. Oh, I've now got out the light yellow ochre. Babies, I have jelly babies, best kind of babies. Wish I could sleep in. Yeah, I'm a very sleepy person. I always have been. Not every big event in Atlanta is like this FIFA World Cup. Oh, Atlanta held the Olympics, or has held the Olympics, hasn't it? Or the winter. I can't remember. It's held something. Oh, I just saw someone else here. Oh. Hiya, TX Cactus. Let's try again. Hiya, TX Cactus and Crayons. Welcome in. Glad to catch one of your lives. Lovely to have you here. I used to be able to sleep in a lot in my 20s and early 30s, and that started going downhill. Wow. I've got that to look forward to then, eh? The 96 Summer Olympics, yeah. I knew there had been Olympics there. I recognised the name. Well, I've heard of Atlanta anyway. But I meant in like a... recognise the name in a sporting event kind of way. Pages looking amazing so far, thank you very much. I am been really enjoying colouring these. And still haven't done the backgrounds yet. Mainly because I see these pages and I just want a nice blue. But everyone does blue. But then I should just do what I want to do. And what I want to do is blue. And it shouldn't matter if everyone else does blue, because clearly it's a good idea if everyone else does it. I just think blue contrasts nicely with these two coloured animals. Like, I could go purple, but I just don't think purple... No. And well, I've already got blue in the snow anyway. I'm in my 30s and I can sleep all day if I don't have to adult. Yeah, literally, yeah. I sleep when I can, the joys of F to heart. Bless you, Angie. Do blue. I do like a purple sky. I like a purple sky too, I just don't quite see it for this page. I don't know why. I think it would look good with the leopard, but with the might look a bit clashy, purple and red. Blue, I think, works best for them both. My sweet chocolate lab wakes me up at 7:30. We don't sleep in, but we love a nap. Yes, love a nap as well. Hi Erica, welcome in. You don't think people sky would be good for this one? I don't... Purple sky. I hate the idea of a people sky. What does that involve? I've also got a whip on the go in Mythomorphia that has a purple sky, so I think I'm a purple skied out. Hi Tara, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. You vote blue, but it's my favourite colour, so I'm biased. My fave's purple, so I should be biased against that, but purple has its time and place. This ain't that time. For me, anyway. I'm gonna grab burnt umber that I have here to go on the nose before I forget it. I'll add a bit of this raw umber as well, a bit of highlight colour. I can nap if I'm tired enough, then it's a Winston Churchill get into bed nap and I'm out for a couple of hours. Yeah, I do have a tendency to nap for a long time. Amanda's got to get ready for work. Ugh. Dark blue would make everything pop, I reckon. So yeah, it's kind of wanting that dark bluish as my swatch colours. Oh, in the drawer. So I'm thinking like night blue into ultramarine there. I think the royal blue's a bit too... It looks better on camera, but it's quite purple toned. So I'm thinking night blue into ultramarine. I never know whether to go dark to light or light to dark. I kind of change it up. Bluish purple or purplish blue. I'll tell you what, one of my favourite colours in this Neocolor 2s that I have is periwinkle blue. I love, that's just my favourite colour. I like a light purple toned blue. Purple toned blue? Blue toned purple. Like more of a lavendery colour. That's my fave. Right, where was I? Where's my pencil? There it is. Right in the middle of the page. Indigo looks good. Yeah, I was thinking indigo. I thought maybe it's a bit too dark. I could do it like right at the top edge or the bottom edge, just for a bit of richness. Well, I am absolutely loving the Neocolor 2s. I think I would quite like to get the whole set. Whereas with the Inktense, I'm quite happy with the... I think I've got 67 colours now. I'm happy with those. Because there's a lot of similar tones in the Neocolor... Not Neocolor, in the Inktense. So I feel like the Neos are a bit more unique from each other. The only ones I won't bother getting are like the metallic ones. I know I will never use that. Do you guys tend to do backgrounds first or last on your page? I vary. If I've got an idea for a background, then I'll do it first. Or if it's something that I'm feeling intimidated by, I will sometimes do it first to get it out of the way with, so I don't put it off. But if I don't have an idea of what I want and I want to see how the page looks, then I'll do it last. I really do change it up depending on the page and depending on my mood. Sometimes I do it in the middle. Usually it is first or last. Did you do the entire picture with colour pencils? No, this is based with Neocolor 2s. And then I've just kind of intensified the colour and shading with the Polychromos on top. And I tell you what, it's a great combo. Should have taken a picture to compare before and after, see how much of a difference it made, but I think you can definitely see the additional shading on it. Just kind of crispens it up. To be realistic, the sky is dark on top and lighter as you get closer to the horizon. Tara, please confirm. Yes. Artist, confirm please. Or Amanda, help. Amanda often helps me with what should be more realistic. I just go based on vibes. And it's weird, like I've been colouring for so long, but I forget, and I look up a picture and I'm like, okay, go from this picture. But yeah, sometimes if, say, what I've got down here is darker, I don't want there to be dark on dark. So I'll have it start at dark at the top, then light. Or if down here's lighter, I don't want it light on light, so I'll flip it around. I do what I like, I make my own rules. I colour based on vibes. I'm not an artist, I'm a colourist. And I never really try for realism, because I can't. I can try my best sometimes, but it doesn't always work out. So if one way looks better than the other, I'll go for that way. In my mind, anyway. Also has to do with the mood of the piece. Vibe colouring is a vibe, it is. Always on the vibes. Hiya Amy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Sometimes I look at the sky and think, if I colour that on a page it would look ridiculous. Sometimes the colours of sky are just like impossible to recreate. I'll often take pictures and be like, I love that. Or do you guys ever look at skies as colourists and think, oh, I'd love to do a gradient like that on a background? I feel like inspired looking at the night sky. I love looking at sunsets. One of my clients, we used to, when it was in the summertime, we would go look at the sunsets together. She'd be like, look, have you seen the sunset? And I'd be like, no, I haven't. And we'd go look together. Or I'd say that I'd seen a really good one on my drive over and to look out her bedroom window. Right, I think the tiger is pretty much done. Just want to grab a bit of cream. I know I've got that somewhere. Here it is. Grab a pencil extender. Forever confused that the sky doesn't have green in it when going from yellow to blue. Honestly, like, how does it just blend effortlessly in nature? And when you try and do it, it's so hard. I'll show you one of my biggest struggles I had. Biggest colouring struggles is in this book. Trying to copy this night sky. It looks so effortless and just stunning. And then trying to recreate it, it was hard. Mine's a lot kind of brighter towards the bottom. Much more of a stronger transition rather than a more faded one. But it's just, it was going to be impossible to recreate that with pencils. This is definitely done digitally. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard blending blues into yellows. And like actually making it look like it's blended into a yellow rather than just blue to green to yellow kind of thing. Oh, I can never do it, not yet anyway. I often walk looking up at the sky. I get distracted driving in the car being like, oh, pretty sky. Maybe easier with soft pastels? Yeah, probably. But I was challenging myself. I did a little swatch on a bit of paper and it went really well, and then I did it in the book and it was a big struggle. I think because it was just like a tiny swatch rather than a huge... It wasn't even that huge, just a larger background. Need some blues for his eye. Going middle phthalo blue and light phthalo blue. Making it darker in the centre and lighter towards the outside. Not much I can really do with them, but there we go. I might add some glaze pen. In fact, I want to intensify the white highlight. I remember the sky over San Francisco Bay was orange during the first few weeks of COVID. The Golden Gate Bridge blended in the sky instead of the silver-coloured Bay Bridge. Very creepy, yeah. Oh yeah, adding those white highlights in just brings those eyes to life. I love it. Dawn's back. Welcome back, Dawn. You saw a double rainbow once and it's in my head waiting for the right page. I've seen quite a few double rainbows actually. You go through periods here where you do see quite a lot of double rainbows. I mean, it's constantly raining, that's why. Try to add a light layer of the complementary colour for the shadows, that would mute it down. I'm liking how this is looking as it is. I don't know why, but I'm not a complementary colour, like, colourist. I need to do it as like an experiment one day, like shade with a complementary colour rather than a darker version of that colour, but I like the brightness of this. Right, starting with burnt sienna on this page. I think I'll grab a pencil extender that my dad made me. I'm going to start on his big old booty. Love complementary colours for an even more vibrant vibe. Ooh. Yeah, as I said, I need to sit down and test it out one day. I'm thinking it would be good for books where I'm going for a more kind of realistic look, like Layla Julie's Flower Year and Walk in the Woods, etc. These critters are like best buds huddled together. Oh, they're kind of back to back. Kind of against each other, bum to bum. Have you tried shading with purple? That's a good place to start experimenting with colours. No, I haven't done anything. I am very much like I have a light yellow, a dark yellow and a medium toned yellow. A light red, a dark red, a medium toned. Like, that's my style. That's what I feel comfortable with. Oh, I didn't pick out any pencils for these slightly lighter stripes. I need to look at my red Panda reference. Okay. Bring a bit of like cinnamon onto it. Okay. You're the same, Dana? Yeah. I know I'm not the only one. Oh, stop rolling. Right, let's grab the India red. Just skipping out on that darker tone for these lighter stripes. But still taking out the shading to the same kind of point. Who have I missed? I want to learn though. Yeah, I need to pick a page where I'm like, okay, for this page I'm going to challenge myself to shade with complementary colours and do it that way rather than kind of happen towards it. Dark scenes just colour everything in purple as it's too dark to see colours. I love seeing pages of people doing like purple with a yellow, orangey, glowy light. It looks so cool. Need to try that one day too. Hi Renee, welcome in, and hi Gia. Lovely to see you all. Tara says that as you just coloured a panda blue. You colour colour whatever. It's colouring. It's not real. I mean, even with pages like this where they do look quite realistic, you can still do whatever you like. I remember I saw Sarah Renee Clark do a monochrome challenge in this book, and it was the Panda pages, or Panda page. I think it was just one of them. She did it all in purples and it looks so cool. So cool. Purple is great, especially with yellow and orange. Just put in the tiniest bit, like a line where the shadows are the darkest. Yeah, nice idea. Find it hard to use black, so the black cherry is a good pencil I use to shade. Oh, that's a good one, Nikki. I very rarely use black to shade anyway, I just use a darker version. I did colour theory in Spooky and it was amazing. I'm totally going to try it again and make a video. That'll be great to see, Vera. Hiya Shani, and hiya Living Skies Vintage. Hello, welcome in. You love red pandas? They are absolutely adorable. But pandas don't have flowers on them and snails don't wear hats. Exactly. So colour whatever you want to colour them. I did like that in one of your videos, Tara, where you were like, well, I know they're not this colour, but they also don't wear hats, so I can do what I like. And I'm just like, yes, that's the attitude. I'm so scared of Fragile World, I need to get over that. Erica, Fragile World is a scary book to start in. Like, these are some big, it's not a good example, these are some big animals, but basing really, really helps. Whatever medium you have to use, like watercolour, Neocolor 2s, ink tents, Albrecht Dürers, water-based markers, soft pastels, basing with whatever you have really helps them to be more approachable. And all the lines and texture he puts in makes the shading such a relatively easy process. Like, you know exactly where all these darker bits are going to be because he's already put the line work in there for you. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that looks really intimidating when you first look at it, then when you actually get to colouring, you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. Pan Pastels helps as well. Lurking and listening as I work, Lol. Your page is looking fantastic. Thank you, Renee. Tara, you haven't been hanging out with the right pandas and snails. Yeah, very true. Yeah, my snails wear hats. Why don't yours? You just used some oil pastels the other day to base the page. Use what you got, I say. Exactly. I mean, one of the earlier pages I did in here, this one, the Leopard, this was based with Tombow dual brush pens, so it was very bright and vibrant, very bright, but gave me a good base, and then the shading didn't take nearly as long. Hi Melissa, I am doing well, thank you. Thanks for joining the stream, hope you are doing well as well. I need to think about what I'm going to colour for my live stream slot for the Tubeathon on the 1st of February, hosted by Jo at Piggy Pens. Because I only have 80 minutes, so it's not a usual amount of time to colour in. And my first thought was Matchstick Mouse, because realistically I could get most of that done in an hour and... was it an hour and a half? Hour and 80 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes. But do I necessarily want to do a page that I get done completely, or do something else? I was like, I could pick one of the project books. I don't know. I'm thinking. Tubeathon. I'm right after Vera. Ooh, yeah. Couldn't remember who I was before or after. So I'm after you, I think. And there's only 2 people after me? I can't remember. I know Amanda's last. She's the last one of the day. And there's someone in between. Can't remember. It's a lot of people. If you were thinking of adding another featured artist for members, do it, Tara. Do whatever inspires you. Pencils over the pastels have created a delightful texture for the background. Nice. Just popped in for a couple of minutes whilst I'm waiting for my son to get out of school. Nice, Melissa. Almost ready for the weekend then. Something that is maybe alcohol markers mostly. Yeah, that was another thing I was thinking of. You can find a page that fits the theme. Can't wait for the Tubeathon. Yes, me too. I'm actually thinking of trying to wake up early for it. And by early I mean sort of like 7, 8 AM. And just trying to be present for as much as I can. Which I say would be hard for me, but I wake up just fine for work at 6 AM. Well, not just fine, I struggle, but I do that, and I'm doing that the day before, so it should be okay. But yeah, I told my mum, I was like, I'm colouring the whole day. I've got to support my fellow colourists. You actually have to work, so I'll miss most of it. No, Vera. You should have said no. It's can't do it. You need to give me the day off. I've got priorities. You'll be scared of colouring things to look like metallic, like bronze, gold, silver, patina, the same colour as Statue of Liberty, and different types of human skin tones, because I'm not sure the colours to use in colour pencils. Ooh, so Brittany, if you go to Karen at My Colourful Country Life, ooh, if I get my swatch book out here, she's done metallic combos for Prismas and Polychromos. I think I've just got the Prismas though. Yeah, she's got a different kind of tones of gold, some different tones of silver, even got a rose gold and a more kind of what do you call it, copper. So yeah, these are great resources to have. I don't think I've recorded it for the Polychromos just because I already have my Polychromos that I like to use for metals sorted in my head. But yeah, I recommend checking out Karen. She's done a lot of metallic combos. Sorry I was late this live this time. No worries, Trini. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It's been a long week for me. I'm off to bed. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for joining us, Laura. Hope you have a good night's sleep and we'll see you soon. I've used pencils on Pan Pastel, but that was on a pastel mat that takes both mediums beautifully. A much more smooth colouring page. Hi Yolanda. You just got back from Germany. Happy to be home after 7 hours drive, and what a nice relaxing thing to come home to, if I do say so myself. I think there's nothing better than going home after a long day out and being like, yes, there's a nice stream on, I can just chill now. I will watch as many streamers as I can while colouring RJ's page and anything else, lol. I'm going to challenge myself, see how much I can colour that day. I mean, if I want to colour a lot, then it will all be alcohol markers, but I want to have a variety and see how much I can get done that way. Definitely the RJ page, I need to see if I can print it nicely. A trick I like to use with metals is to add flashes of the surrounding colours to the lighter bits of the metal. Oh, that's a lovely idea, Amy. Ooh, go away, antivirus. Don't want you. Speaking of metallics, I went to ask you if you can use the Gansai Tambi watercolours on Amazon paper. I thought I've seen you use it in a Camilla Angel Cova book. Yes, you can, Kimberlyn. I have used it. One that immediately springs to mind is Moonlight Mischief. Is it Moonlight Mischief? Maybe it's not. Yes, it is. This moon is a Gansai Tambi watercolour, and it does really well. Like, paper hasn't even wrinkled. The trick with the metallic watercolours is to always have it very thick and not very watery. The thicker it is, the more shiny metallic it looks. So because it's so thick, you're not actually putting too much water on the paper, so it takes it pretty well. But yeah, I've used little accents and things like that of metallic watercolours in the Mythical Minis book. Not on too many pages though. Where is my book? It's in a different spot. Trying to remember one. This one, just these like little scales here, was a metallic watercolour. And yeah, does pretty well. You get a bit of bleeding through, but you do with alcohol markers. These sort of shimmery bits on the wings was a metallic watercolour, and these fairies' wings was one of the opal colours. So yeah, they perform pretty well. Just always do them thick, as a rule to begin with. I'm a morning person, so I'm hoping that works out well for me that day. Nice, Ali. I don't learn with videos, and the instructions are on videos because I've been diagnosed with multiple forms of auditory processing disorders. She's also got just like swatch charts. They're not necessarily videos. At least I haven't watched them as videos. I just copy down the combos and swatched them out myself, but yeah, I made this swatch book. So at the front, honestly I want to remake it because it's kind of falling apart a little bit, but I've got my most used pencil sets at the front here. It's not all of them. I didn't leave myself enough space, annoyingly. And then I've got my super tips, all my glittery shiny mediums, and my Langros. And then at the back of the book I've been doing Karen's colour combos. So I started with Prismacolors, so I've been working from the back forward. Started with Prismacolors, then I did the Polys. I very rarely refer to these though, but I started with Black Widows. I've done the red, orange, yellow. I've written out the colours for the greens, and I've got all the boxes ready for the rest, but just need to find the time. I just haven't had the time recently. I've been busy with buddy colours. How long are you doing the live stream? I'll probably be on for another just under 2 hours probably. Yolanda had a great week, lots of fun with the UK team, and passed my exam, so I'm certified again for 2 years. Whoop whoop. Feel like I should call in sick that day, lol. show them the RJ picture, be like, this is me. Can't do it. Doing the same, watching and colouring as much as I can. In Jo's intro video, she was like, see how many pages you can colour in one day. I was like, I feel like you were personally challenging me there, Jo. I feel like I'm being personally challenged to see how many I can colour in that day. I've got like, I could do something like, maybe something from each category, like an alcohol marker only page, an alcohol marker plus pencil page, a just pencil page, a bookmark page. I try and do a bunch of different things and see where I get with that. It would be helpful if I had some whips that I could finish off. That would help increase the total. That shouldn't be too hard, considering I tend to not quite finish everything that I'm wanting to at the end of the month, and by the time it gets to the first of the month I'm finishing off some whips, so it'd be a good opportunity to do that. Okay, I like how that tail's turned out. What do you use for the metallic background in the Camellia book? The super golden markers. So those don't bleed through at all, they're great. Karen's Ko-fi store has PDFs with all her colour combos, including metals and skin tones for some of the most popular pencil brands. No watching required. Yeah, I just like to reorganise them in a way that I like, and so but yeah, you can just print them out and they've got the combos written down for you. Hoping to get back into OT soon. Are there any illustrated, written step-by-step instructions showing me how to fill out one of these colour combo worksheets? I don't believe so, Brittany, but they are just, I'll show you here, they are just a blend of pencils. Let's go to the golds. So you'll get them written out down like this, and you just, for these metallics specifically, you start with the darkest on the outside and then shade to the lightest in the middle. So it's easy to do yourself, you're just blending, doing a straight blend. I'll be lucky to get one page done. That's fine, Holly. Everyone colours at their own pace and it's absolutely fine. Thinking I'll pull out small victories, Camellia Angel Cova, RJ's asleep and awake and just go crazy. That sounds fun. Hi Rach. Colouring along with you, except I'm doing a page in Winter Wonder. Nice. Working on whips is a great idea during the streams. Yeah, just like setting yourself up for success on the day of finishing a bunch by having like 5 whips that are close to completing. Right, where's my burnt sienna? Here it is. Hi Dawn, take care. Hope you have a good rest of your day, lovely. Working on whips is a great idea, yeah. Let's say you've already based a bunch of pages, then there'll be good ones to finish off. Closer to the day I'll have to sit down and give myself a list of like things I'd like to get done. School's out, have a great weekend all and happy colouring. Take care Melissa, have a good weekend too. But we got a group chat for all of us streamers for the Tubeathon, and sort of chatting about sort of what we're planning on doing, and because some people haven't ever streamed before, so they're like, what do I do, how should I do it, and I'm like, just colour, read the chat, just, it doesn't really matter what you colour, people are there for the vibes. We're here for the vibes. Right, you don't have to finish something, it's absolutely fine. I've no headspace to already think of the page to do for that stream. Yeah, I'm still so kind of like focused in on all the pages I still want to do for this month that I'm like not quite thinking to that point yet. Someone should make an illustrated written step-by-step guide on how to fill out colour combo worksheets and colour pencils, another with alcohol markers and one with water-based markers, like Tombow dual brush markers and Staedtler ones. Help with my generalisation issues I have with my autism, for example. Yeah, it's just having someone who has the time and the skills to be able to do that. I feel like I'm not good at communicating over text rather than over, let's say, a video. But I'm sure there are blending. If you Google for blending tutorials, how to blend coloured pencils, I'm sure something comes up. I feel like I've seen this when I first started colouring. Hi, Mandy, welcome in. Wait, there is a chat. I missed that part, lol. Are you in it? I'm gonna check. Just check for you, Vera. Oh, pretty sure you got added. Oh no, you haven't been added. Can I add you? Yeah. Right, I've added you now, Vera. Got well admin there. Hi Catherine, hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. What pencils am I using? Polychromos. Love my Polychromos on Kirby's paper. A lot of what I keep coming across the video tutorials, not the illustrated written step-by-step ones. Yeah, I'd say looking, keep looking, or search for something like step by step how to blend, something like that. Something might come up for that. Aren't there some books for colourists? I'm sure Colour with Claire has some flip-throughs of them. Yeah, like colourist guides. There's got to be a bunch out there. I think everyone's February completed pages video will be super special because we'll get to see all the pages that were completed during the Tubeathon. Exactly, Ali. Exactly. I don't know if I will do it in February or if I will put it into January's. I might do that, you know, keep the hype going. Just because I personally never film completed pages videos before the start of the next month. Because I'm colouring up to like 11 PM the day on the last day of the month. So I might say wait to the 2nd and then include any pages I coloured that day. There's stuff on Sarah Renee Clark's website. I would link but can't post URLs. Yeah, I know I've definitely seen stuff before. I think Sarah Renee Clark has even done a how to colour gold tutorial. India red. I was like, what's next? I think she has, but I don't know if she's had a written version. There's a written and illustrated guide on how to blend on her website. So from that you'll get the same information. Are you thinking of the Colorist Special Effects series? Oh yeah. Who are they by? I know exactly what you're on about. Who are they by? Someone will tell me in a minute. I cannot think who makes those, but they're quite expensive, to be honest. Guides on Amazon. They've done all sorts in those. I know quite a few colourists have bought them. Sorry, I've been lurking. I'll be watching TV, so volume down. There's someone looking for blending tutorial. Helen Ellison. That's it. I knew as soon as someone said it, I'd remember. But hi Jeanette, welcome in. Yeah, we're looking for visual blending tutorials rather than video, like step-by-step pictures and written explanations. Brittany probably needs a free guide. Yeah, well, it's just another option for people out there. Have you looked at Karen on My Colourful Country Life? We've just been talking about Karen. I think she only does videos though, and that's not what Brittany's looking for. We're looking for visual guides rather than video ones. Not being funny, Panda. You've got such a big butt. Oh, it's taken a while to shade this. Show some fabulous stuff. What you do is print screen every couple of seconds. Would that help? If you have memory problems and needle stages. Yeah, that's a great idea, Jeanette, that. Panda looks amazing. Thank you very much. Colour with Claire's flip throughs of each Helen's books. You can take a look at the flip through to see if that's what you want and take some screenshots before buying. Yeah, it's a bit cheeky, but if needs must, you do you. Alright, getting there, getting there. You can have a go at putting together a written / picture guide if you like. I'm not really a colour combo person, but I can explain the gist of it. My phone is full of print screens. Yeah, I take a lot of screenshots. I took screenshots of all of Karen's colour combos and then numbered them to know which order I wanted them in my swatch book. Hello, my cat was on my computer while I was AFK. She may have typed something. I don't think that she did, so you're alright, but welcome in, Bonnie. Lovely to see you. Vera, this is us. This is the colouring community. We are always here to help. Always. Right, if anyone has any questions for me, I am always more than willing to help out. In fact, someone asked me the other day on one of my videos on how I find new colouring book releases, especially on Amazon Japan. And so I'm going to do a little Quick Tips Tuesday video on that, because I thought it's hard to explain it in text. Like, I feel like I need to show it. It'd be a good quick video, and then I can use that to refer to people if they ever ask. Be like, check out this video. I know, but it needs to be said every now and then. Yeah, we appreciate everyone in the colouring community. grab the Venetian red. Gonna add a tiny bit of iridescent watercolours and then your page will be complete. Woohoo! Can't wait to see it, Vera. Yeah, I've got a vision for mine. I'm doing the like magical bookshelf page. It's the one next to, this is in Symphony of Cute Animals. I can literally just show you. Rather than me explaining it, I can literally show you if I can find it. Where have I put it? What stack of books have I put it in? There it is. There we go. So this is the page that I am doing, and I tried planning the colours out on Procreate. Oh, it shows up really weird and liney on here. Let me see if I can get my iPad to show you what I was trying to do, but because of the line style, there's lots of gaps in it. So where's the colour palette? Come on. Why is the screen not working? Why are you being silly? Let's exit out and come back in. Yeah, I was doing a little colour mock-up and it just looks weird, it being flat. It didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to. Here it is. There we go. So I found some colour palettes here from the fantasy colour palettes from Joanna Stone and her master colour palette library. I ended up going more for this one, but I like the dark green and blue on that one, so I kind of combined them and then try to map them out on the page here. And yeah, it's looking a bit crazy with the colours, but I'm going like jewel tones and then have the background be like a faded, like a blended brown, warm brown, some like deep magenta curtains, and then bringing in some neutrals for the animals. But yeah, I think jewel tones will look cool, like this kind of dark purple, dark blue, dark green, and like a dark goldish colour. I don't know whether to bring in the pink or not. That's a sneak peek into my vision. But yeah, I think I need to start that this weekend, at least do a bit of the background or something. Another book which I've used, but again it's a purchase, is Colour Workshop by Rachel Reinhardt. Who here has a Facebook colouring group? I personally don't. There's so many though, so many out there. Can't even name half of them, but yeah, there's so many. Like with the Procreate video you were telling me about, so great. Yeah, like a quick tips on that one. I'm in the middle of creating one on how to use ChatGPT though, although I kind of don't like how it's coming out, so I might refilm that. So excited to see your page, Vera. Me too. Probably be colouring this double page spread still during the tubeathon. You go for it. Vera's done. But I would love both of them. Colouring Bliss might have some. She has Jennifer's Rule of Blending Thirds. Google those terms and a website with step-by-step directions will come up. Will look amazing. Nice choice of colours. Yeah, sometimes when it's just a flat colour on a page it just doesn't look right. But then when you actually put it on the page and do the shading, then it really comes together. I was trying to plan out the January Tiny Year Shelves page, and that wasn't coming together either. I think I just need to start putting some colour down. Pick out some alcohol markers to base with, kind of thing. Animals are my weakness, I just can't get the shading. This is not the book for me, and that's fair enough, Jeanette. Not every book is for everyone. If animals aren't your thing, and you don't want them to be the main focus of the page, I would not recommend this book to you. But if you love colouring animals and want to challenge yourself with a slightly more realistic look to them, then this book would be great for you. I think you can love and admire a book and an artist but still know that you'll never get it. And that's absolutely fine. Like, there are some artists out there that think that artwork is lovely and I can admire it from afar, but it's just not for me. One that comes to mind is Alan Robert, just not for me. But I really love his pages, I love seeing them coloured by other people. But I just know for me I would not want to reach for that. And your tastes do change. I thought the same about Camilla d'Errico, and then I changed my mind. So never say never as well, because you can change your mind, and I love Camilla's. I've always loved her art style, but now I also love colouring it. Here's another one. Clara Markova. I understand the obsession, it's very cute, but it's not for me. And I'm glad it's not for me, because those books are expensive. So, my wallet thanks me on that one. I'm sat colouring Tiny Shelves January whilst listening to you. Nice, Nikki. What colour scheme have you gone for? It's kind of hard on the Tiny Shelves page. The alcohol markers help. They will bleed, as I'm sure you know with the tiny spaces. Yeah, because I've coloured the April one before. They do bleed over the lines. Go be careful with them. I'm in awe of your planning skills. Often I plan a page because I just can't visualise it. Sometimes I can visualise it on a page, but a lot of the times I can't. I think it's because I've got aphantasia, where I close my eyes and I see nothing. I can't picture things in my brain. I just can't. I think because of that I sometimes struggle visualising things. When it's a realistic looking animal, I can be like, okay, I know the animal's going to be the colour it is, and then it's just figuring out the colour of a background kind of thing. But some pages, especially using limited colour palettes, I'm like, how do I want to apply this? And how do I get it so it's nice and evenly spread out? I'm quite type A in that kind of way. I like things to be spread out evenly amongst the page. Just having a little bit of cinnamon here. The shading on these whiter areas. Exactly, well put. Fragile Wild is your fave Kirby book, and Camilla isn't for me, and that's fair enough. Catherine can't do Communion Angel Cova. Again, fair enough. I found a used uncoloured Kirby book, Doodle Invasion. The paper is thin, but I couldn't pass it up. It's from 2013. Oh, I know the one you're on about. It's a book that doesn't appeal to me, but is you got a great find there, Bonnie, because it's a highly sought after book, that one. Same with me as far as Derrico. I now have two new ones pre-ordered. Great point. Tastes can change, yeah. Tastes do change. I wasn't going to get dark fairy tales for the longest time, and now I love it. Yeah, I had the same with Alien Worlds, where I was like, oh, I love the art style and the aliens are really cool, but I just don't like colouring aliens. Like, aliens aren't for me. And I kept seeing it, and like the idea of going through in order and creating this alien explorer character, and that's what drew me into it. The idea of like making it into a story or a challenge. And I got the book and I love colouring in it. I think something that made me fall in love with it even more was the fact that I've been challenging myself to use Derwent Inktense in that book. So the pages are, and just Derwent Inktense, like no pencil shading, so the pages are pretty quick and simple to colour. I've been itching to finish off the Apex Predator, because all I've got to do is activate the Inktense and then it's done. And I just haven't got that far yet. Burnt umber on the nose there, and then I'll add a bit burnt sienna, same colour on the eyes. Doing blues, all hues. Oh, I've missed the. Doing Doing blues, all hues with Prismacolor background will be a hoo-hoo. Nice, Nikki, that sounds lovely. Vera's off to bed, 7 days of work ahead of me, workaholic. Good luck at work for the next week, Vera. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Ooh, using a blue sparkling washi tape. Nice. For the shelves, that's a great idea, Nikki, that. Because they're nice and simple, just kind of straight columns. But you said you were having cinnamon for a second, like see, we do not condone the cinnamon challenge on this channel. Don't do the cinnamon challenge. I remember being sat down at school and explained all of the terrible health benefits and like health issues you can get from doing the cinnamon challenge. They're like, don't do it, you might die. And it's like, well, I don't think you're gonna. It's probably still not a good idea. People think me and Vera are the same person. That's where I always enter when she exits. Or maybe there's a colourist drama. Vera and Joe can't be seen in the same stream together. They hate each other that much. Joking, obviously. Hiya Joe, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Different colour schemes for each of the different worlds. I'm doing the same for each country in Rita's travel books. Yeah, that's such a fun idea, Erica. I saw that idea from someone, I can't remember who it was, but they were doing like a different signature colour for each of the worlds in Asia book, and I was like, ooh, I like that. Although I have not done nearly enough colouring in that book for it to seem like I'm actually keeping this key colour. Oh, let's have another drink. Oh God, Holly's here. I'm off. It's been lovely, guys. Oh dear. Actual feud now. I can't wait to hear what your next prompt is for not Angels vs Demons, for Light v Dark. I've been trying to think of what they could possibly be, like in my head, being like, okay, what sort of like opposite things could we do? Thinking of ideas and seeing if any of those pop up. Such a fun theme for a colour along. Oh, he's got such a little sad face. He looks so sad. Oh. He's got a very pouty lip. I'm going to emphasise that. There we go. Bless him. Wait, now I need to know what the cinnamon challenge is. Oh, Ali, it's literally just eating like a spoonful of cinnamon. And there's videos of people when they go to eat it and it just like instantly puffs out of their mouth because it's terrible to eat just on its own. You just filmed your video? Nice. Have you got more angels or demons so far? Are you keeping track? Yeah, who's winning? Team Angel, Team Demon? Team Light or Team Dark? Oh, Demons winning. Definitely more Demons tag. Which is funny because when I think that shows what I'm like as a colourist. I flip through my books and I've noticed more Angel pages, just in general, like when doing my collection videos. But then, say, when Holly was doing her Mythogoria rank and rate, there were so many demons in those. So I was just like, yeah, it's funny how, depending on your tastes of books, depends on which one you see more. So I definitely see more kind of just like little angel wings and things. It's all disconnected up here. Finished my angel today. It's a mess, but I kind of like it. But I want to do a demon now. That'll be fun. Can't believe how perfect that colour choice is for the Panda. It is Neocolor 2 base, which is listed in description, then shaded with burnt sienna, India red, and Venetian red, and then a little bit of cinnamon for these lighter stripes and also on the lighter parts on its face. Yeah, so worked pretty well. I think I could darken it up a little bit more, but that's fine. I'm so annoyed at how Instagram has changed their algorithm and hashtags and things like that. You can search up hashtags for specific books and you'll get so many posts of different books, different things. They don't even get, because sometimes people include a hashtag just to get more outreach kind of thing, but these are ones that don't even have that hashtag on it and you're just like, I just want to see which ones are in this specific hashtag. It's annoying. It ain't over till angels sing. And then you also have people like me who just don't post on Instagram, but still, I'm Team Angel. Do you guys want to see a sneak peek? You'll be seeing this in my Whips of the Week video anyway, because I won't have finished it. I showed Joe because I was so excited by it. But I am Team Angel. This is all alcohol markers. All alcohol markers so far. And yeah, it got very, very blendy with the alcohol markers. And I'm loving it. Just need to intensify the depth with some pencil shading. I think I'm going to leave the background as is. I like how it looks like this. But yeah, gone very glowy. Team Angel. Does that be 24 angels? How do you pick out the colours for shading? So, where's my little swatch paper here? So I had my swatch of the Neocolours that I'd done for the base here, and I just, honestly, I just look. I look at my swatch and I think, okay, what's my dark, what's my light, what's my mid, and pick it based on there. It's hard to tell now because I've shaded over the top of it, but I was like, yeah, burnt sienna. And then I just test it on here. If it's not quite right, I can erase it, colour over it again. But yeah, I just kind of do it by eye. I had a reference picture up next to me as well to pick my colours originally. Finally made it to a live. Technically I'm mid-workday now. Welcome in, Nora. Well, lovely to see you. Angels will be singed. Team Demon is trying to overthrow in the dirty way. This is why you have to tag the host. Yeah, tagging someone in the picture definitely helps because then it goes straight to your DMs, and then you can see sacrilege. Angels be cheating in here. Oh dear. Stunning and worth 15 points, I say. That would catch me up. I dare to tell anyone to tell Jess that's not worth 15 points. It's worth 1 point. Angels be cheating. No such thing. If I was taken part, I'd be a demon. My demon is worth a bonus pity point because of her facial injury. Bless. Right. I think I'm going to pop you on the Be Back Soon screen just so I can go for a little wee. But I'll be back in just a couple of minutes whilst you fight over angels versus demons. And I'm back. Just reading your comments making me laugh. Joe reckons next month will be mine or mine. So are you guys keeping it so, Joe, are you always going to be light and Holly's always going to be dark? Or are you going to change it up each month? Right. Branches. Branches. Oh, you can hear my mum coughing up a storm downstairs. Right, I've got burnt umber out. And then I don't know what else. You're changing it up. I usually want to be dark, but we can change. Usually Holly will fight for the dark. Maybe burnt umber and a bit of nougat or a bit of bistre. Basically, I give Holly the choice because she's high maintenance. She'll send a demon after you. Nougat. Don't even have nougat down there. Where's my nougat? With my other collection of pencils I've got planned for that Symphony of Cute Animals page. Here it is. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Oh dear. Threaten to cry and it works. I'll scream, I'll have a fit. Yeah, I loved watching your rank and rate video for your Mythagorias, Holly. It was great seeing them all in one place. Because I'm still not sure if they're for me, but all the pictures that Veronica showed of cottagecore, I'm like, oh, maybe that's the one for me. I'm getting a bit confused with Mythographics, because if you look on Blackwell's, which is my kind of port of call for looking for future Mythographic releases, in fact, let me see if I can get it up here. Oh my gosh, it's chucking it down outside. Wait, why am I searching Blackwell's? Sort by mutable. We go browser. Make sure it's on the right one. So, starting to release English editions of Mythographics, because if you go into this one, Cosmic Spirit, it's got colour with a U, but it's not being released until October this year. Like, why such a long release window? But this is what's confusing me. We've got Mythographic Christmas Tales here by Veronica Kalinska. Even the cover's done, and oh my gosh, how adorable does this look? Absolutely love the look of that. I think that'll be my Christmas book of the year for this year. But there's another one by Ida No. Also, what a great name, Ida No. Like, I don't know, it's Ida No. But it's called the same thing. So I'm like, what's Ida No doing? I don't know. Because it's also called Christmas Tales. But the fact that the Veronica one has a picture and it does look to be Veronica's art style, I'm like, maybe they mislabeled that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. And then that's Alice in Wonderland. Sometimes it takes them a while to get the pictures on, because we've got a picture for Alice in Wonderland, but they haven't got it on Blackwell's. It's on Amazon UK. Yeah, what's this one? Oh, Fairy Folklore. Yeah, that one's with a U. But then that one isn't with a U. So we've got... Yeah. They've just started like randomly doing some English ones spelt with a U, so I don't know if it's going to be different paper or what. But yeah, just something interesting I saw about the Christmas Tales one. It's like, what is Ida No doing? What book is she doing? I don't know. It's a placeholder, could be a placeholder. Placeholder until they have more details of the British edition. What's the Angels vs Demons thing? I missed the last 5 minutes because my 8-pound dog had to do a security check of the cleaners before they could be allowed in. So it's a hashtag hosted by Joe at Piggy Pens and Hollyberry Colours, both in chat, and for 2026 they've got Light v Dark as a hashtag, and each month there's a different theme associated with, one's the light side, one's the dark side. So for January their theme is Angels versus Demons, and then February will be something different, so we're just having a fight between the angels and the demons in the chat. Yeah, placeholder probably. I reckon that was just a place saver by the Blackwell's team, someone with a sense of humour. Like Laura Mipson. Ah. Yeah, could be. Here's me thinking Ida No is a real person. And for all we know, she is. Give her some respect. But yeah, it could have been a placeholder for Veronica, and they just haven't re-updated it. Who knows? We'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, I do think cottagecore does sound up my alley. But we haven't got many mythographics on the pipeline, just 3 so far. Well, how many did we have last year? We had 1 Joseph, 1 Fabiana, I think 3 by Veronica? No, just 2. 2 by Veronica, then we had that one by Gloria, the Wolf Moon. So that's 5. I can look on here. Yeah, we had Wolf Moon, Enchanted Relics, Romantasy, Dragon's Bell, Fantasy Forest. So 5 last year, and we've had 3 announced so far. I just feel with mythographics, they do like 2 in a row, and then they'll have a load of months in between, and then another 2 in a row. They seem to kind of group them together. You're off to your nephew's basketball game. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care, Kimberlyn. Enjoy the game. The UK editions of Kirby stuff are far better than the US ones. Yeah, so like I'm interested, but it's taking them forever. Cosmic Spirit was released in 2023. It's not being released till October of this year. Like, what are they waiting on? And it's not for all of them. It's not like they're re-releasing all of them. They've done that one. I think they're doing Romantasy on there. Can't remember what else I saw. And then all the new ones I think have a double double kind of thing on it. Oh, it's just a bit strange. I mean, how many more mythographics do we actually need? I know, Kimberlyn, but I just get excited. I just like new things. I like to know new things are coming. It is true. It is true. There are so many mythographics out there. Oh, just mute this. It's in the chat, dragging Vera in, whether she likes it or not. Though she wanted to join. Publishers release twice a year, usually correspondent with big book fairs. Yeah, but with what I'm on about with the mythographics is it will be, for example, with last year, they had one in May and July, and then nothing until November, and then one in December. And the year before that they had a May, July, this time October, December. Yeah, they'll seem to have like two close together, then a big gap between the next one, and yeah, it just seems to be a bit sporadic. 2023 I feel like was a big year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 2023. Don't own a single mythographic book. Oh, they are absolutely stunning, and once you get one, you get hooked. You really do. First ever buddy colour completed. I'll start my second one tomorrow. Be nice to use pencils for a change. Nice, Angie, congrats. Catherine's on your last buddy of the month. Lovely. I'm slowly but surely making my way through mine. I have 2 mythographic and that's enough for me. Some of them are so detail oriented. I think that's the nice thing about mythographics though. There's so many of them, so many different themes. There really is going to be something for everyone. You've got the uber detailed ones that I'm like, no. Although I saw a flip through of Odyssey the other day. Who was it by? Oh, it was in Amy's collection video, and I was like, oh, I love a lot of these pages that she's sort of gone, oh, I like this, I like this. And I'm like, do I need Odyssey now? And I'm like, no, I don't. I've seen so many flip-throughs of Odyssey and gone, no, it's too detailed. I wouldn't know where to start with them. I don't like looking at a page and not knowing what's going on. I don't want to have to decipher details. I want to just look at it and be like, okay, there's an animal in the foreground, trees in the midground, and then you got your background. I don't want to think about the details. It's too much. I'm wondering if some made a written list of all the mythographics, starting with the first one without the hidden objects, so that I can have an easy way of finding which ones I want to find. Brittany, if you go on to let me copy this link into chat. Will it send? There we go. Go onto this, and then in the sort by feature do new to old. Then it has all of them, and you basically go up to the one without Voyage is the first one they did without hidden objects. So up to that one, all of the ones you see above there are without hidden objects. So that's a good list that I always refer to, of all of them. With all the details in the one I got, I wouldn't know what to do if I bought more. That would take me a couple of years. Honestly, yeah, that would take a lifetime to colour all of them. Don't tempt me, I'm trying to be good. I tempt myself, so I tempt you. I'm quite shocked with the Lulu's House of Wonder book, and colouring the globe and basing with alcohol markers. Bleeds very little, what a nice surprise. Yeah, it's a really great quality book. I was able to blend with Tombow dual brush pens on the paper, and it hasn't even bled through there. Amazing. No love for hidden objects. Holly, they just annoy me. They just annoy me. I've got one book with the hidden objects, and that's Paradise, and I love the images. But it's just that extra step I don't want to do. I don't want a thing of sun cream in the middle of the page covering up someone's face. I don't want a walkie-talkie in the corner. If they made sense, like in Kirby's books, in his older books he has hidden objects, like, and it'll be, I'm just thinking of the like winter landscape page that I'm working on at the moment. There's like a gauntlet, like a what do you call it, like it's a gauntlet, like an armour glove thing for a knight's hand, and then it's also got like a club. And it makes vague sense in the page, like you can colour it over it, but the Fabiana ones, like, what is going on there? The most random tat you've ever seen, and it looks like it's just been plonked on top without a second thought. And I know it's not her fault. But yeah, I'm so glad they decided to go against the publisher's wishes, and eventually the publishers understood that when people say they don't want hidden objects, they don't want it. Dream Garden, if there was another one, I was so close at one point to getting Dream Garden, but because I got Paradise and I couldn't colour in it because of the hidden objects. I only coloured my first page last year. I was like, I can't get any more, I won't get any more. But if they re-released them, you betcha I would get Dream Garden. It's such a nice book. Thinking about making my own list from that to put on a free website one of these days for any adult colourist to have access to. That would be great, Brittany. Nice, useful, always love a good colouring resource. Love lists of things, yeah, me too. I like making lists in my journals, etc. I like ticking things off as well. I don't like hidden objects when there are more than one or two in the page as well. Yeah, because in the Fabiana ones there's genuinely about 14 in each page. It's just, ugh, why? And just think how much money the publishers of mythographic books would make if they re-released all of those books without hidden objects, because they're not cheap books. They'd make a lot of money from re-releasing them, and people would re-buy them even if they already had the ones. I think the ones in Imagine aren't too bad. Imagine just wasn't my favourite, I'll be honest. Bet they have ones without the hidden objects in, they have to be removable. Yeah, I know it's easier said than done to say, oh, just remove all the hidden objects, but it can be done as an artist. Well, the artist can like redevelop it. Right, let's get an example. Let's get up Paradise. Right, for example here, you've got a broom. I'm sure there's a file of this that Fabiana has made that's just the page without the hidden objects, because they could genuinely have been plonked on top. They may be behind a couple of elements or something, but that would be so easy to remove that, add the lines around the rock and there, like, because that's what I'm going to do when I eventually colour this page. You've got a calendar here. Why is there a calendar? A pair of sunglasses, a friggin' lighter, a hairbrush, a football, an iPod, a pipe, like a games controller, a rolling pin, a lipstick, a watering can, like the most random tat. But I do love the pages, and I was able to cover it up mostly here, but you can see, this is the worst part, where you can see a bit of this like little ribbon rosette thing, but most of them I purposefully put where my darkest shading was, so you can't see it. I can't even see it with all the pencil layers on there. You can see a bit of something here. I don't even know what that is. A hook, maybe? There was something a bit in there. So yeah, you can cover them up. It's a challenge, for sure. Some are easier than others. Right, where's one of my favourite pages? I don't mind so much hidden objects on pages like this, where they are quite doodly in nature anyway. Like that, that's fair enough, but why is there a guitar? Because now I have to, well, now I would want to go around and carefully draw these geometric shapes, which I'm not the best at drawing geometric shapes, like hexagons. But one of the worst offenders for me is the one with windmills here, and how you've just got a big ass phone, or no, it's not a phone, it's like an arcade machine on top of the windmill. So you white it out, then have to go and draw all those lines yourself. It's just like, why? Why? But yeah, a USB stick, hand cream, a thing of eggs, a genie's lamp, pocket watch, no, a compass that is, a credit card, a desk chair. Like, why? It's the most random tat. I just don't understand how any publisher thought this is something that adults need. Re-release the ones that had hidden objects without them? Yeah, it would be great. They draw digitally, they can easily take the objects out. Exactly. I love seek and finds, I guess that's why I like them. I like them too, when they are purposefully a seek and find book, or one where it is integrated into the image rather than just slapped on top. I've heard that Joseph was better at incorporating, and I don't know, maybe he clapped back at the publishers more and he's made more thematic sense to the page. But I don't know, what books are those that he's done? I think they just haven't appealed to me personally. Animals, yeah, no. Imagine, I didn't particularly love that one. Aquatic, I'm not into aquatic themes for most artists. Odyssey, that's the one I'm like, that's got me looking like the kombucha girl meme? That's got me at Odyssey. The and then the I don't know if anyone knows what I'm referencing, but and then Wild Winter I like, but I don't like winter really. Winter is my least favourite season to colour in, so I'd rather not get myself a full book of winter. Paviana's objects don't make sense. Kirby did a much better job at hiding them. Yeah, Kirby and Joseph, yeah. It's ones that are out of scale and huge that are the worst, yeah. That's fair. I'll just be weird over here. And that's the thing, like, you like them, you go for it. You go ahead. Don't mind the highlights images with the hidden objects in the books and magazines that have those images here in the USA, because they've always made sense to me. Yeah, for me, like, if it makes sense within the image, like the ones in Kirby's Mythomorphia don't bother me. I will show examples. Some of them are random, like he loves a little cheeky playing card. Like here, on the Merman. But generally what I... Generally, yes. Generally what I do is I just colour over it with the matching colours surrounding it, and it just kind of blends into it. And that was kind of what I was going to do with the mythographic, but it didn't mesh well. Yeah, for example here, sneak peek at my whip. But here you've got a club, like an ogre's club. And I just coloured it over with the snow colour, and it just kind of blends into the background. Same with this little gauntlet there. So those don't bother me so much. Like you've got the Fool card there, but yeah, just when it's just one or two objects on a page, you can deal with that, but 15? It's crazy. That's kind of how I feel with all the ornamental stuff in Johanna Basford's illustrations. Yeah, I quite liked what Johanna used to do with the whole like seek and find. but integrated into the book's theme. So with Magical Jungle, you've got all these animals to find. Some of them are hidden, and some of them are the main focus on the page, like the panda. But yeah, like you've got some little dragonflies hidden on this one, but it fits the theme of the book, and it makes actual, like, it fun to be like, okay, I found these animals, if that's something you'd like to do. But random ones, why? Why random? Why? It's funny looking back at some of the oldest colouring books by Johanna, by Kirby, by the Mythographics. They seem to struggle releasing colouring books that were just colouring books. I feel like they felt for adults to want to colour, they needed an additional thing, like an art element. They had to draw, add their own drawings themselves. Because Kirby did that for his first book, Johanna did it for her first book, Hannah Carlson, like quite a few artists for their first books added these, add your own doodles here. And then, like, almost as if they couldn't imagine someone wanting to colour a book just to colour, rather than for an artistic project or whatever. But luckily, quickly, they realised that actually it's not what we wanted at all. I was happy with the ones I've done and only whited out the outline bit in Wild Winter. Nice, Catherine. Happy Friday everyone, just got in quite late to the party. No worries Moira, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Adults are too grown up for just plain colouring. Yeah, it's like you need something else. You've got to find something, you've got to draw something. You've got to do a handstand whilst doing it. Can't just colour. That's for kids. Adults, they draw as well. Well, no, I colour because I can't draw. Thank you very much. That's why I colour. They're activity books instead of colouring books. Yeah. They listen to their audience, and that's really important. Exactly. I do seem to have got part of the message, but why still the crappy paper in some books? Yeah, also that. I will say, majority of self-published books anyway, I'm looking at my collection, they are all pretty good paper. It's just all the Amazon print ones, and I understand why artists go via Amazon. It's much easier to start off that way. But I also think about their profit margins on Amazon. They must be terrible. I don't know what it's like with the publisher. Never even looked into it. I haven't even looked into publishing on Amazon either. But ooh, just dropped something. I need that printed as a sticker. I colour because I can't draw. That's what I say to everyone. When people I meet in real life, rather than on the internet, and don't understand colouring, that I colour, and they're like, okay. And I think they think of like the Zendoozly detailed colouring that was the big kind of craze. And I'm like, no, I do it like proper artsy, like I colour because I can't draw. And they're like, oh, okay, fair enough. I feel like it's a good way of explaining it. I've wanted to draw. I've tried. I can do little doodly things if I copy images. But no, I can't really draw. Definitely not people. Never been able to draw people, gosh. I colour even though I can draw. Sometimes I just prefer to colour. Exactly, and that's fair enough. I also think even if you can draw and you do like drawing, I wouldn't, unless it's like a background element, I wouldn't want to add say doodles to Kirby Rosanis' books, because my doodles don't look the same as his doodles, because we're different people, we have different styles, and it would just look weird, like, to me anyway, seeing, like, it wouldn't look like I'm finishing off the page. And the same with Johanna, like, add your own insects and butterflies. Like, my butterflies don't look the same like yours, so I don't want to do that. Need to send an email on RJ Hampson's website to ask him why he charges more money for digital files of his Amazon printed colouring books, because I'm curious as to why. Yeah, I do find that confusing as to why it's more to get the digital edition, because for me, the way I see digital editions of books is like a cheaper way of getting the book, because you've got to print on your own paper. Like, that's a cost that you've also got to put out, and you've got to pay for your own printing and whatnot. And like, also, if it's a digital edition, all the profits are going directly to you rather than being split with Amazon. So yeah, it is weird to me that they're more expensive. And yeah, I'd like to know why. If you've got a reason, then fair enough. It's very costly, but it costs more through other places, yeah. Because you can print them more than once, but you can do that with any downloadable book. It's like, for example, I think of Morgan O'Brien, another artist who is on Amazon but sells digital versions, and his digital downloads are very affordable. I mean, everyone charges what they feel like they should charge, and that's their right. Cost more through other places. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like, you've got to think at the end of the day, publishers are a company, they need to make money. Artists want to make money, and it's never going to be good unless you're just selling digital files where all that money goes to you. It's never going to be a good deal that you get for anything. Got two brothers who work for Amazon. One has been to a facility where they print the Amazon books. Apparently it's amazing. I keep hoping he'll move there and do something about the paper. Ooh, that'd be so interesting to learn about, like, the behind the scenes of their print on demand services. Like, how cool would it be to see your book get printed? Like, the process it goes through, like on one of those, like, how it's made programs, how a Amazon book's made. And then if it's along the right lines but you want something a bit more specific, I can help you get what you're after. All right, about your colouring guide. Sounds like a great little thing you made up there, Amy. Oh, it will have deleted my comment with my email in it. Yeah, if you do it without the @ it probably will be better. Well, I don't know, just put a space or something, or put a placeholder. It's probably the @ that it doesn't like, or the .com or something. I wish there was a way, as the streamer, to be able to see comments that YouTube gets rid of. Because it just automatically will like get rid of comments. Off now, Jess. Have to take the pooches with my son around the block. Quick last little walk of the day. Enjoy your walk, Rach, and I will see you again soon. Have a lovely rest of your day. Catherine is off too. Take care. Why does that happen? YouTube deleting comments. Are you on about Jeanette? I think they just have an automatic sort of like some buzzwords in place that like inappropriate words, links. It doesn't allow you to post in case you get like spam people coming in. Holly, are you saying bye y'all to those who are leaving, or are you saying bye yourself? Posting without the @ didn't work either. Ow. Bye to those leaving. I was just like, Ollie, are you saying bye? As in like you're leaving? Like bye y'all? Just like checking. And everyone watching, if you're not subscribed to Holly, make sure you check out her channel because she might be live streaming this weekend. Watching you colour with these makes you feel like I'm colouring too light-handed, lol. I love the saturation you're getting. I do colour quite heavy-handed, to be fair, and I don't I don't colour with Polychromos the correct way. Like, I don't do loads of layers. I tend to do 2. I do kind of use quite hard pressure, but it works for me. And having the base colour means that you don't need to go as hard with your pressure as well, because the white of the paper is already covered up. That helps with your saturation, and then doing the pencil on top just gives it a little bit more oomph. You want to go as well, unfortunately. Page is looking fab. Thanks, Dana. You take care. Have a lovely weekend. Is your base marker. Base was Neocolor 2s. The colours I used are all in the description. And then once I finish this live stream, I will put all the pencils I used in the description as well. But yeah, if I if it's ever the second stream of a page, I'll have the same materials that I used in the description, just in case anyone asks. I can easily refer. Tomorrow I'm colouring it in Hannah's Seasons book. It's currently an untouched one. Nice, Angie. It'll be great getting into that book. I am slowly getting to the point where I don't have too many untouched books remaining. Like, for a while, like, all my plans were all untouched books. Now I'm like, okay, let's get another untouched book done. Let's get a page coloured in this kind of thing. Right, let's grab nougat. I give up. My email is on my YouTube profile, viewable if you can prove you aren't a robot. There you go. Alright, Brittany, so just check out Amy in Progress, YouTube. There we go. I think for this stream though, once I finish shading all these trees, I'm gonna head off for the evening. And I mean, I've got the snow to do a bit of extra shading on. I've got the background I need to do. And then the last finishing touch will be a heck of a lot of white paint pen. So I don't know, would you guys like to see that in a stream, or would you like me to move on to something different next week? Happy to do either. But yeah, it will just be Neocolor 2 background, bit of extra shading on the snow. As we've got the Dying Du 4 book to colour this month, Dragons du Monde. And I wanted to do a stream of the Wonder Room from Ivory and Inky Butterfly as well, if I have the time. Finish it on stream, then we've seen the whole process. My untouched books are still in the 3 digits. Erica, that is fine. That is fine. I tell you what, it is very satisfying to see it go down. Agree with Angie. I can certainly do that. If it just got to like the final finishing touches of doing all the white paint pen outlines, I'd probably do that myself in my own time, because there's a lot of paint pen to go over for this page. Considering I've got all the background still to do, yeah, I think it'll be worth it doing it with you all. Still fighting a cold, gonna curl up with my cat and colour, have fun, and thank you for a fun stream. You take care, Bonnie. Hope the cold eases up soon. Yeah, I thought I'd put it out to you guys, because in my head I was like, yeah, it'd be good to see the whole process on stream. But if you were sick of it, then and you don't want to see it again, then I'd also understand that. Yeah, I should definitely finish it next week. Is anyone else looking forward to Sarah Renee Clark's acrylic marker comparison? Yeah. Acrylic markers just aren't my thing, but yeah, I'd be interested to see what comes out on top, because there are so many I don't know, I still have a bit of a bad taste in my mouth with her after the whole colour cubes situation. Want to hear me rant and rave about that? Check out a stream from, I don't know, when was it? November? October? I don't know, but I got into some quite passionate discussions. It really has left a bad taste in my mouth, and it's like, I don't know if I necessarily want to support her as much anymore. Like, she's still an amazing person, amazing resource for certain things, but I just don't want to consume her content as much anymore, I'll be honest. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I don't think badly of anyone that has the new colour cubes, or wants the new colour cubes. Like, objectively, I think they're a great product, but the way she went about it, I think, was bad. It's understandable, but if she could do the legwork and research to help me out on something, I'm not going to ignore it. Yeah, the same, Holly, I don't use acrylic markers enough to really compare. Yeah, I'd maybe kind of skip through and see what, like, the top ones were if I was, say, wanting to get one. But I think I'd rather hear it from colourist's point of view. Like, what do colourists like to use? Because that's the opinion that matters to me, rather than from an artist point of view. Because the way we use them is different to the way an artist would use them. If that makes sense. They were all too expensive for me, yeah. There's one more adult colouring channel, Colouring Bliss, who's doing a battle of the acrylic paint markers. Oh yeah, I do like Colouring Bliss's channel. She does some great comparison content videos. She effed up the whole colour cube. I agree. I think it went against her own integrity standards. Like, I'd be interested to hear what she says in the acrylic paint pen video, thinking of a brand like Artex, say, who have so many sets that have overlapping colours, overlapping shades, and if she calls that out, because that's basically what she's done with the colour cubes. Because I know she did the same about Crayola, when she did her little, like, Crayola call-out video. Like, why do you have so many sets of markers that all have slightly different names, and you're not... And I'm like, that's exactly what you did with your colour cubes, love. I switched to Joanna Stone's colour palettes. Me too, Tasha. Joanna, I love her. She's a really lovely person. I've had quite a few conversations with her as well, and she's been very generous to me, sending me the palettes for review, and I generally do use them a lot. But yeah, those are the ones that I reach for, or the little book. I reach for this more as well, the practical colour combinations. I just like flipping through a book. Yeah, that's what I like. Love using Languo. Yeah, because some people buy paint pens to cover up lines. I use the Languo gel pens for that. She does premieres and lives. Don't mind them for some things, but not too much on colouring pages. Love Colouring Bliss. Sarah Renee Clark does not like to be criticised, but she can criticise everything. Yeah, she holds she makes brands hold accountability to what they've done, but she doesn't necessarily hold the accountability herself, in my opinion. Because one of the big responses she had to people who were rightfully upset and annoyed about having repeated palettes in the colour cubes was, well, you don't have to buy them. That's not a reason. That's not an excuse. You know people will want your products and buy them to have all the colours. And I sent her a personal email, and she did actually respond and said pretty much what I expected her to say, and yeah, still a no from me. Artex acrylic markers dried out before I could use them, lol. Yeah, that's what happened with me with the Guangna ones. Lots of people rave about the Guangna acrylic paint pens. It's a set you can get from Temu. I don't know if I got a bad set or what, but mine, half of them dried out before I managed to swatch them all okay, and then they dried out. Put together a big old spreadsheet on Artex colours. The naming system and colour selection really bugs me, but I love using them. It's just a bit kind of confusing for a new person going in, or even an old customer who's like, right, I've got these acrylic markers, they've just released this new set, is that actually going to be useful to me? I don't know. They do seem to just go, okay, we've listened to your feedback, which is great, Artex, I love that. But maybe do a bit more consumer research before you release a product, rather than after you release a product, make people buy them, and then make a bunch of changes with a whole new product kind of thing. And it's a no from me too. I have Joanna Stone's colour palettes as well, and I bought that book. I enabled you. Well, Moira, I was enabled by other people. I've been seeing that book for ages, and I think it was watching Polly. Polly puts a colour on one of her live streams. She was using that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna get it. I've been wanting it for a while, and I got it. And I do like using it. Another adult colourist, Axic Fumbles. There's a video comparing the Langro 1.0mm gel pens and the Guangna acrylic gel pens that I need to see. Yeah, I like Annika Axic Fumbles. There's a 55, a 55A, a C55 and an SA55. Why? And are they all just like the tiniest variation of like a red or something? Like, they're all pretty much the same. Or are they completely different colours? Found the colour cube things are not useful to me when I can pull colour combos off Google. I was using them for a bit, but I still struggled to use them. I struggled to flip through them. And even the categorisation system she came up with, I don't think necessarily makes the most sense for me. I don't care that all of these colour palettes have a building in them. That's not what I'm looking for in a category. I'm looking for themes, moods, emotions, ideas, like fantasy colour palettes, or Christmas colour palettes, or spring, summer, etc., or moody ones, pastel ones, rather than these are all palettes with flowers. Like, I mean, actually that's a good theme. Rather than these are all palettes with buildings, these are all palettes that have food in them. That's not helpful to me. Not Pinterest, Etsy. Oh, who are you on about, Erica? I can't see your comment. Who's on Etsy? I'm not sure. Nope, they're completely different. Make it make sense. That's strange. I just use Pinterest lol. Yeah, and I recommend to anyone use Pinterest to start with. The fact that you can Google specific palette ideas, like I want a mermaid colour palette, and you can search it and you save ones to a board, and Pinterest learns the ones you like, and it is really good at recommending things. I got the colour cubes because I wanted a physical resource. I thought it was nice, and then I've used it a bit, but not nearly enough. Might end up letting them go, kind of thing. I don't know. They're fine sat there where they are. Gonna run, Jess, looks awesome. See you soon, Tara. Thanks for joining us. Please be careful with Pinterest, since there's a lot of stolen images on Pinterest these days. Yeah, you do have to, like, a lot of things are reposted and reposted and reposted, so you don't even know where the original source is from on Pinterest, but it's all just an inspiration at the end of the day. Just a colour palette. Not sure when Karen's computer resources are going to be available, but I think she will have that all covered. Yeah, I think that's going to be amazing. I'm really interested to see more about that, investigate it more. And you can tell that she's put a lot of time into it. The fact that it's just her and her brother kind of thing. Very impressive. I just use Pinterest for colour palettes, nothing more. Yeah, I can sometimes find like inspiration pictures like Erica from Elm Colours does. I use it more for colour palettes though. Right, I think, and as I usually do when I go, I think I'm done, I end up scribbling a bit more. So I'll add a bit more to that one, there we go. Right, I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today, everybody. Absolutely love how this is turning out. So in next week's stream on, which will be Friday, I will I'll probably start off with shading the snow, adding a bit more kind of depth and contrast to it, just like a bit more blue and a bit of white highlights kind of thing. Might even get the Prisma white out just to make it nice and sharp. And then I'll do a Neocolor 2 background. I'll probably swatch some colours before stream and have those ready to go. And then by the end it will just be white paint pen. I might even get to put some of this on the snow, the Folk Art Extreme Glitter, because I did that on my little testy bit, which I keep losing that bit of paper. Oh, I don't know where it's gone. It's on the desk somewhere. Amy compared the 60A, 60B and 60C sets to the 120 as well, and there's unique colours in each of them. It's a complete pain. Yeah, they know what they're doing, don't they, Amy, with that. Does anyone know if Karen's computer resources include illustrated written step by step? I don't believe so, Brittany. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Yeah, I will see you same time next week. Check out Hollyberry Colours channel, as she's going to be streaming on Sunday. At least hopefully she will be. She can work it out. But yeah, I will definitely be there colouring along with her. And I'll just have a nice chill lazy Sunday for myself, colouring colouring away, getting things ready for the week ahead. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I will see you this time next week to finish off this double page spread. Bye everyone!